Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us at Automation Expo Connect. We are about to begin our next tech presentation for the day, and the topic is precision drive system. That's exactly what you can read on your screen, coming from Maxon Precision Motors. So I'm going to just check with Mr. Antreddy. Sir, can you hear me? Mr. Antreddy, can you hear me?
Madam, this is Srinivas from Maxon.
Okay. Because I'm sorry, but can you just change the name on your screen, please? I'm going to request my speakers to please check the name on their screen and change it if needed, please. All right, so we should be good to go. That's the presentation that we're going to be viewing. Am I right, gentlemen?
Yes. Madam, we have one more person to join. Actually, he's facing an issue. Give me a minute. I'll just ask him to join.
All right, you do have a minute because it's exactly a minute that you have. We shall wait for him, and then I think we can hand over to you directly for this topic of precision-driven systems coming from the Maxon Group India sales team. Am I right?
Yeah, madam.
So Mr. Srinivas is here, and so is Mr. Pradeep. Is Mr. Pradeep here? Okay, all those of you who are here, just for the benefit of our attendees and viewers, can we request you to put your cameras on, please? Thank you, gentlemen. Also, please check the names on your screen so that in case during the Q&A, we have people referring to you by your name, it will be easy for you to connect to them. So we have Mr. Arun Jacob here, I think he's the key account manager, and Mr. Prabhat, the sales engineer. Am I right, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Srinivas also said he was here, so can I just have his camera on? And the screen name says Mr. Pradeep. So in case there's a need to change the name, I'm going to request you to please do that. You can go to your own window where you are visible, and there's an option where you can change your name. So please feel free to do that.
Yeah, actually, I've changed the name. And I see it okay.
So to me, it reads as, okay, now I see it. Mr. Srinivas, thank you.
Yeah.
And Mr. Jacob, are you accessing through two windows? Just asking. Are you accessing through two windows as a backup? Okay. All right. So please make sure that the other window is on mute, because otherwise you're going to get a disturbance or a feedback, which would probably interrupt in your presentation. So we've just tried to avoid that. All right. All yours. We're good to go. We've got the right number of people waiting for you. Hello, Mr. Antreddy.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. And you guys are good to go with this presentation. As in, for now, I can see it very clearly on my screen. And whoever is monitoring it, and who's going to access it. Please make sure you keep clicking as you proceed because that's how this would work. Right below, you will, next to your share button is a chat option where you'll see people chatting and asking you questions, which you please feel free to refer to at the end of your presentation. All right then, all the
Yeah,
best of you. Thanks for a nice, amazing team here. All the best, and thank you for joining us. And all the best to all the attendees as well. All yours, gentlemen.
yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Please
And
take over.
yeah, thank you, ma'am. And a very good afternoon, dear ladies and gentlemen. I thank you for being here today. I am Srinivas Huded from Maxon Group, and it's our pleasure to introduce you to our Maxon Group, which is a world-leading manufacturer and provider of high-precision drive systems. I just would like to start this presentation with a short video which gives you an overview about the products and the applications that we deal with. Arun, can we have the video? Well, I hope you have enjoyed the video. We, the Maxon, are driven by the progress. We are certain that we are continuously will improve even after what seems to be perfect again. And we believe that outstanding engineers and technicians can make a positive impact on the world. That is why we support you, the engineers, your efforts to get off to the beaten path and provide you the right price for your applications. We, along with you, try to put the world in motion. We think that your ideas and these can lead to the environmental conscious and intelligent viable solutions. Together we push the boundaries of technology and we build the electric drives for tomorrow. The next slide, please. And we build more than motors. And our promise is to get an integrated drive solutions with an uncompromising quality and pioneering innovation. We develop innovative mechatronic drive systems in close collaboration with you, our customers. We do not give up until we find the best solution for every application. For us, every application is unique because you have your own requirements and every application has its own importance. As a private owned business, we have that independence to make a quick decisions which is the best of our customers' interest. And our expertise is beyond the technology. We are into mechatronics, we are into battery management systems, we are into the software and cloud services. As you can see on the slide, there are customized mechatronic drive systems. On the extreme left, you can find a door elevator drive, which is like everything from a single source, be it a DC motor or a BLDC motor with a gear head and the electronics, the sensor, the software, everything you get it from a single source and no compromise on the quality. And you have a better long life and low power consumption and the excellent control properties. And we have a robust design too. And we are proud to say that we are one of the best in having the compact design, like the top volume to power ratio. And you can see the other on the center, we have the e-bike drive. The previous slide, please. Yeah, in the center, we have the e-bike drive, which is a hub motor. On the extreme right, you find a customized drive solutions for automotives. The next slide. And our drive components are our roots. As you can see, a sectioned diagram of our drive, like a motor, a DC motor with a gear, and with an encoder. And we also give the sensors and software for that. And all these comes with a very high efficiency, almost more than 90%, which has a very low mass inertia with a minimal inductance and the linear characteristics. You have a very compact design, and you don't have a magnetic cogging. Actually, the heart of our technology is the coreless winding. Actually, this particular coreless winding allows you to have a smooth rotation even for a very small arc. And even after that, we have a low electromagnetic interference. Next slide, please. As I told you, we are into like BLDC motors, DC motors, gears, encoders. This slide at a glance gives you the products that we deal with. And we all comply to the best standards in the world, like ISO 9001, which is for the quality management standards, EN 9100, which is internationally accepted quality standard for aerospace industry. And it is ISO 13485, which is internationally accepted for medical products, and ISO 14001, which is for like environmental management systems. And the reason for us to have all these standards is that we are into like different verticals, like be it aerospace, medical, robotics, automotives, and different. And now I request my colleague, Mr. Pradeep Antreddy, to take out the presentation and explain you about the different industry teams. Thank you.
Thank you, Srinivas. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. We love high tech. I am Pradeep Antreddy. I will introduce you our different industry teams. As Maxon Motors used in variety of applications, we have divided our team into 5 major categories: aerospace, e-mobility and robotic solution, industrial automation, medical technology, and transportation. Our industry teams are familiar with the market challenges and the best technical solution for them. Hence, if customer needs any help in their application, our industry experts are ready to provide solution with their experience and knowledge. If required, Maxon experts can make fully customized solution as per customer's need. Now I will take you through every segment one by one. So next slide, please. Aerospace. Yes. Aerospace application, be it in commercial airplanes or military planes, be it in rocket or missile, be it in satellite or rover. Maxon has catered every application in aerospace and withstand all the challenges this segment demands in working conditions like high altitude, high shocks and vibration, high vacuum, or high reliability and efficiency. We have supplied our motors in Chandrayaan missions and many space applications of India. Recently, we have supplied motor to NASA for Mars rover Perseverance. There are more than 48 motors used. And first time in the history of mankind, NASA has sent small helicopter on the Mars, known as Ingenuity, where Maxon's 6 DCX motors are used. DC motor by Maxon are resistant to thermal and mechanical shocks. Their long lifespan, efficiency, and compact design make them ideal for applications in aerospace. Industry. Next segment is e-mobility and robotic. Next slide, please. Yes, e-mobility and robotics. Electric drive system have a major impact on our everyday life and mobility. More and more people are using e-bikes, electric scooters for commuting and recreation, whether on the road, in the logistics center or underwater. Maxon's mechatronic system make things more reliable and efficient. Our systems consist of motor, gearhead, sensor, batteries, and controllers, and constitute the basic building blocks of complex application. To meet the high demand of customers, all components are matched to each other by Maxon's specialist in the development of our competitive system solution from a single source. The focus is on flexibility, efficiency, and quality. Our experts can advise you in automotive, e-mobility, logistics, robotics, and maritime applications. Now we will move to the next segment of industrial automation. Next slide, please. Yes, drives for industrial. Industry 4.0, the Internet of Things and artificial intelligence are affecting manufacturing processes at every company. When it comes to drive system for lab automation, the oil and gas industry, test and measurement technology, or semiconductor manufacturing, all of these applications require the highest accuracy, sustainability, reliability, and quality. Our interdisciplinary engineering team works closely with the customer to develop perfect custom-made solution for customer-specific application. From simple modification to completely new design, Maxon offers everything from a single source. Our expert can advise you in the lab automation, oil and gas industry, power tools, semiconductor industry, test and measurement industry, safety system, etc. Next, our next segment is medical technology. Thank you. Drives for medical. Maxon drives are used in numerous medical applications. Our motors perform reliably and with the best possible quality in high precision devices such as active implants, insulin pumps, surgical robots, power tools, respirators, ventilators, prosthetics. Drive components for medical technology application must extremely demanding requirements: precision, sterilizability, smooth running, and long service life, as well as low heat buildup in DC and EC drives are essential. Maxon's medical business unit specialization in developing and processing drive systems for a variety of medical applications. Our engineers are well versed in the technical requirements of medical technology industry, whether for the active implants or robot assisted rehabilitation. In close partnership with our customers, we develop the perfect assist drive system based on a modular standard solution or create a fully customized solution tailored to the customer's specifications. Our experts can advise you in active implants, surgical systems, pumps and medication delivery, rehabilitation, and prosthetics. Next segment is transportation. Next slide, please. Okay, thank you. Maxon drives system ensure that car always stay in their lane. For example, lane departure warning system (LDW) alert the driver when the vehicle crosses the center line. Our drives are also installed in other parts of the vehicle, such as air conditioning system, wind deflectors in convertibles, as well as fuel pumps and injection systems. Other components are used in race cars, where they ensure peak performance by controlling the electronic throttle system and operating reliably and with precision, even under extreme strain. Applications like dynamic suspension control, that is in passenger car, lidar systems, remote sensing technology for automated vehicles, brake by wire, that is e-brake, and SCR systems. This is for exhaust gas treatment for diesel vehicles. Now I request my colleague Arun Jacob to take over this presentation and explain you all on the Maxon's development, prototypes, simulation, and tests. Thank you.
Mr. Jacob, we are not able to hear you. I think you need to have the headset.
Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry for the interruption. So now I will take you through the development prototype simulation. What are the capabilities of Maxon? So at Maxon, every drive is not only configured to your specific requirements, but also thoroughly tried and tested. Our flexible development and production infrastructure helps you to rapidly advance your ideas and tasks while remaining agile. We have a global R&D network, which is located in Switzerland, and we have these Maxon technological competencies. So next slide, please. Maxon is having our own system integration. That means like my colleagues will take you through the next slides and will explain you, or Srinivas might have explained you about some systems. So we are capable of doing system integration. We have our own 5 winding technologies. The gearhead engineering is Maxon on design. We design and develop our gearboxes in Maxon, Germany. The sensor technology, the encoders are from Maxon. We build our own encoders, which is assembled on the backside of the motors. Then we have electronics for running these motors, which is Maxon on engineering. The software part as well the hardware part is developed by Maxon itself. We have our own injection molding capabilities. The installation and automation. The factory is installation and automation is done by Maxon itself. We, like Mr. Srinivas explained, more than motors, we build mechatronic solutions. Next slide, please. Now, for prototypes, we understand the customer required for building a system, the motors has to be made faster. So there are certain configuration of motors, specifically DCX and ECX series of Maxon, which prototypes will be for smaller quantities, which will be ready in 11 days. Our salespeople are happy to help you to size and select the right product for prototypes in a faster rate. Next slide, please. Now I'll take you through the other things what Maxon do at our R&D. So every drive of Maxon, the strength simulations, dynamic simulation, electromagnetic simulation is being done. For example, whatever you see in the slide over here, the strength analysis will be done using finite element method. Example for bike drive housing. The red, what you see is discoloring maximum tension on load or housing, and blue means no tension. So we do the strength simulations. Now, Maxon is having a lot of test facilities at our factory. We can do the temperature simulations from minus 30 degree to plus 200 degrees centigrade, vacuum up to 10 raised to 9 millibar. Maxon motors are sterilizable. Our sensorless motors can sterilizable up to 2000 cycles. We have test facilities for shock and vibration up till 4000 G. Next slide, please. Now, I told about the R&D capabilities of Maxon. Now you can have a glimpse at the manufacturing, the production line at Maxon, Switzerland. We have clean room for reliable products. We have class ISO 8 particle monitored and ISO 7 GMPC particle and hygiene monitored manufacturing facility at Switzerland. Next slide. Maxon winding, stators, most of them are semi-automated manufacturing. We have a lot of motors which are handmade, which is like the gear heads, which is handmade with precision. So the gearboxes are being manufactured in Germany. Maxon, Switzerland is the main center for motors. We have manufacturing in different locations. So lot of motors, lot of units are handmade. Now, these are the 9 manufacturing locations of Maxon. We have the main manufacturing location in Switzerland, in Saxon. Then we have in France, Germany, Hungary, Netherlands, China, Korea, and USA. Next slide. Now I will take you through the products, the online shop and configurator. First, I will tell you about the overall view of what and all products are available with us. So we build brushed and brushless DC motors. All these motors are with high power density, efficiency, higher acceleration, long service life. So brush motors are from a diameter of 6 to 65 mm, which ranges from maximum power of like 250, approximately 300 watts. Brushless DC motors are available till 1 kilowatt approximately, and it ranges from 4 to 90 mm in diameter. Like I earlier explained, the sensors made by Maxon, we have incremental encoders, absolute singleton encoders, we have DC tachometers, we have resolvers. Then the gearboxes we manufacture ourselves, which we are planetary gearheads, spur gearheads, and spindle drives are available. Controllers, we build 4-quadrant PWM servo controllers, 1-quadrant amplifiers, and positioning controllers. Apart from this, we have the accessories which has to be used for these motors, like the brakes, the cables, adapters. These are available with Maxon. Next slide, please. Now, more than motors, we build systems. So these are some of the examples of systems what we can do. We can customize electronics. The left side image, what you see is a customized electronics for a particular application. The center one, what you see is a motor with a 90-degree gear head and a custom ball screw drive. The right side is a micro linear spindle drive, which is very small in size, which is having higher accuracies close to 5 micron meter. Next slide, please. Now we will take you through a small video about how these motors are being manufactured. And after that, I'll hand over this to my colleague, Mr. Prabhat. He will explain you more about Maxon. So right now you can have a good look at the video, how these motors are manufactured in our factory in Switzerland and the configurations. So let's have a look at this video.
When you're building a robot, you're always looking for the same characteristics. You want the motors to be fast, to be smooth, to be powerful, and to deliver a lot of force. And in the past, there was always a compromise about getting the exact setup that you want. And now you can order it online. You can get the exact output shaft you require, the exact attachment points, even the cable orientation can be moved around. So it fits perfectly within the machine. And it's all available in just a few days.
Our goal was to develop a configurable high-performance drive system with motors, gears, sensors, which is available anywhere, anytime.
When you configure your DCX drive system online, you're able to view all product data immediately. After you've placed the order, the related parts and subcomponents make their way directly to the DCX production line in Switzerland. As the first production step, the main parts of the motor, the bearing system and the rotor, are inserted into the housing. Each motor is transported to the first welding robot, and all the components are precisely welded. Then the motor is closed with the brush cover, which was completely configured online. Finally, the motor is transported to the second welding robot, where the remaining configured parts are welded to a single motor or drive system. Supervision and inspection occur throughout the production process, ensuring the configured DCX product matches your requirements exactly. With this unique process, you can be sure to receive not only a high-performance Maxon motor, but also a drive system built to your specific needs, and this only in a few days after you've placed the order online.
Thank you, Arun. It was a nice video. Apart from that, I'm Prabhat Manral. I work as a sales engineer in Maxon, India. Apart from the DCX motor, we have many others, motors, gearbox, encoder, which you can see online. You can see the prices, you can do the combination, motor, gearbox, encoder, and even controller, you can configure. You will get all the data sheets, CAD models, tutorials, and the manuals about the torque and speed. Next slide, please. Online, you can configure shaft length, diameter. You can configure the flange. You can configure the winding. You can configure bearing, output, and the different kind of connection like terminal, cable length. All that you can do configure online. Next slide. These are the facts and figure of Maxon India, Maxon Group. It's founded 1961, and it's a family-owned business. Main principal shareholder is Dr. Carl Walter Brown. We have revenue around 553.5 million Swiss franc in 2020, and we have more than 3,000 employees worldwide. We have over 5 million drives per year we produce. With, you can say like 12,000 variant, and we will over 8% of revenue annually it go to R&D investments. Next slide, please. Now I will go through the Maxon journey from 1961 to till date. So there are some selected highlight we have put it. Maxon founded 1961 as an Interelectric Limited. Later it changed to Maxon. In 1968, we have developed a Maxon DC motor with ironless winding. In 1997, it's the first mass landing with Sojourn. The mobile robot was driven by the 11 Maxon DC motors. Next slide, please. In 2004, back on Mars with Spirit and Opportunity, the two Mars rover were both powered by 39 Maxon DC drives each. In 2012, we have launched configurable drive system, which you can configure online. It's motor, gear, and encoder. In 2020, it's first time the Cybertron people where the physical disabilities people then they can compete against each other races, and it's supported by the technical assistance systems and by Maxon motor. Next slide, please. As in previous slide, my colleague Arun have told you, we have global network. We have around 9 different manufacturing location, which he already told you, and we have around 30 sales of companies in all over world and other sales agent. Next slide, please. So we believe that outstanding engineer and technician can make a positive impact on the world. This is why we support them in their effort to go off the beaten path and provide the right drives for their ideas. Be curious, be persistent, be a partner, be a solution, keep moving. Thank you. And in next slide, you can contact us if you have any more inquiries. You can email us. We are very happy to help you. I think we have few minutes for question and answer, if we can possible.
Thank you, gentlemen, for that presentation. Well, I don't really see too many queries in the chat, but please feel free to refer to it, just in case I must have missed anything. Also, I request you to please put down an email ID so that, just in case any of our attendees want to get in touch with you, they can certainly connect you on the email ID. It could be a common ID. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, we have given.
Yeah. On that note, I'd like to also encourage attendees to make the best of Automation Expo Connect, visit the various stalls. Okay, I think there is Mr. Danny from Vietnam who says, hello, I'm Danny. I love to bring the Industry 4.0 revolution to Vietnam. Oh, I'm glad you do. And Mr. Antreddy, do you want to say something back to the gentleman?
Yes, with the help of Maxon, we would do, definitely.
So he has shared an email ID. Can you please make a note of that?
Yes.
Sure.
We will surely connect with them.
Yes, so he sent you an email ID. And he sent you a link. And he has a request asking your team to please get in touch with him. So next time we have automation, there is revolution happening in Vietnam and coming to automation all the way from there, and maybe all thanks to this team out here, Maxon Group.
We are happy to help.
Yes, I'm glad, and I'm sure you are. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I think we had the right team here. Thanks to Maxon Group for making sure that this team was here to share all the vital information in form of videos and presentations. All the four of you were all geared up to make it really interesting. And I'm sure that's the reason why we've had people in large numbers watching.
Thank you.
After this, they would probably head to your stall at our virtual expo. But again, I would want to encourage everyone to stay around here since we have a packed day full of presentations, and we have the next one happening at 12:45, which is like in another few moments to go. So that gives me the time to say goodbye to you, gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here, and we wish you all the very best.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you all.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Our next session starts at 12:45, which is like precisely 4 minutes from now. The topic being simplifying automation for complex production processes. That's going to happen from Trio Motion Technologies Limited.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's all right, gentlemen. Don't worry.
I thought it would be our turn. Advice. Can you please recheck?
Oh, yes. Simplifying automation for complex production processes. Am I right, sir?
Yes.
All right. Vice's Automation Solutions India Private Limited. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Obels.
You're welcome. So you just let me know when we are ready to start.
You're all set with your presentation, sir?
Yes.
Okay. Just
You should
for
be
your
able to see the
info-
screen, right?
Oh, yes, I am. Are you able to hear me clearly?
Yes, very well.
Okay. It's the same on my end. Just for your reference, sir, next to your share button, which you use to just share this presentation, is a chat button. If you access that, you will get to view the questions that have been asked, people addressing to you, asking you questions, and you feel free to address to them verbally. Also, it would be nice if you can drop in an email ID or any link where they can directly get in touch with you with queries or any doubts.
Okay.
So you can feel free to put it up there right now and again probably at the end of our session so that no one misses onto it.
I'm just checking if I type it right.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we've got that right, so. So we've got a minute to go, and I think I'll take the time because we've got just the right number of people as well, all waiting. So I don't mind giving you that extra minute to utilize in your presentation. I think that's going to be helpful.
Yes, thank you very much. It's a quite long presentation.
Oh yeah, then in that case, let's not waste time anymore. It's just that I'd like to highlight that with us, we have Director of Global Sales, Key Accounts, Marketing Segments and Technology, Mr. Franz Obels. Did I get that right, sir?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay, all the best to you. And to all
much.
our attendees, you can please proceed with your presentation, gentlemen.
Thank you very much. So from my side, thank you for giving us the opportunity to show some information on our company, our products, on our applications to all you guys in India. I'm very grateful that we can do this.
Pleasure is ours, sir. Thank you for joining us.
My name is Franz Oebels. I'm responsible in the global sales team for the key account, for the market segments, and especially for the technology in sales. So typically the kind of crazy projects, they end up with me. As you can see, you find also the email address, the internet address of our company on this slide. The topic today is simplifying automation for complex production processes. So the company-wise is set up to give you components, but not only components, also solutions for such production processes. So I have three small parts in the presentation. First will be a short introduction of our company. Then I will give you some information on our products. And at the end, and this will be the longest and most intense part, I will share some applications with you, because I think it might inspire people listening to see what we do globally as a company here in Germany. So the company-wise is globally set up. We have our head office, which is located in the center of Germany. Then we have some solution factories around the world, which are located in the USA, which was also the first solution factory. The second one was located in Shanghai, and the third one, sorry, and the fourth one is now located in Pune, India, where we provide solutions for our local customers in Southeast Asia. So we are available in 17 locations globally with our sales team, with our service team. In addition, we have 30 plus dealers. We have our warehouses, which are also located around the world, where we stock our products, so that with most of the standard products, we have a very short lead time. And like I said, with those 4 lead factories, we serve our customers locally with solutions. The standard products all come from Germany, are made in Germany with the known quality, but the add-ons which we supply, we do locally, because this makes really sense also to support the local growth. WISE has meanwhile around 550 people which are working globally. Around 400 people of those are located directly in the head office in Germany. So like promised, company information very short. Now a little bit on our products. So if you can see my pointer, we have, let's say, 5 different levels which we work on. The first level are our platforms. So we provide actually indexing tables to the world, and this since 1967. So we are one of the market leaders in this business. We start with a diameter of 75 millimeter. We end up with a diameter of those tables of around 2.2 meter. But if this is not enough, we also often offer those linear transfer systems, which actually are very similar to an indexing table in terms of applications. But in terms of size, you can build them very long. So the longest one had a length of 30 meter and around 45 carriages on it to do a very complex assembly process. So on all those platforms, our customers typically assemble products from all range, from all applications, which you will see later. But in addition to those platforms, in all the cases, you need to have a handling system to put the single components on those platforms to assemble multiple parts to each other. So we also have developed a range of handling products which are meant to be pick and place, like the 2-axis system you see here. Single-axis system, those can easily be combined to a 3-axis system, like a Cartesian robot. We also offer our Delta robots, which are typically also 3-axis robot in terms of very high speed applications. And what makes them very unique is the precision which we have with our Delta robots. And we go into the high precision level of the market with, for example, such XY stages for building inspection systems for optical inspection, where you move a wafer or a PCB and you have a camera and you do optical inspection on this. The third level which we see is actually the added value. So that's what we also do locally mainly. So this added value means we add a base plate, a base machine to our indexing table. We add a rotary table, a rotary plate. According to a customer drawing, we have a fixed plate on our tables, also can be manufactured according to customer drawing. So this is some kind of semi-standard which we offer so that our customers have it very easy and very simple to install or to design their machines in a very fast and very efficient way. So this is for us and also for many of our customers very important to be able to quote machines very fast and to have a price idea for their end customers also in a very fast and very easy way. The fourth level are our advanced platforms. You can see that we have multi-axis solutions like an X with a Z stage or a gantry system like you can see here. All our linear stages are based on linear motor technology, and our goal is to make this technology available cost-wise for all the market. So we try to make it as simple as possible because we believe that this is a cheaper solution and a more sustainable solution also in terms of the efficiency and environmental effect in comparison to belt drives or ball screw drives. What you see in the middle is our Picomart. So if you visit our stall on the digital trade show, you can also find a separate information on the Picomart, which is a system integrating multiple pick and place systems and the rotary table to have a complex system which comes directly from our company ready for use with your processes. At the end, of course, we offer an engineering for customized solutions. We offer commissioning, maintenance, spare parts, and trainings from our service department. So now to the applications. The company WISE is very strong in automotive industry since many, many years. But due to the changes which are ongoing now in automotive industry, we had to ask us a question, which is which products and services will be needed in future, in volume, and who will produce them, and how can WISE participate. So the discussion was taking on quite a long time, but at the end, we come up that still the mobility is a big issue for us Maybe not the body in white, which we typically do, but some other applications in this. Medical is very important for us. Consumer goods production is a very big market for us. Very strong and upcoming for the company WISE is the market of laser cutting. We have a strong growth also in the market of data processing and in logistics. So on all those 6 markets, you will see some application examples in the next slides. So the first one is mobility. The changes which are ongoing in terms of mobility are, I think, quite obvious for everybody. So with the electronic driving, with the self-driving capabilities of cars in future, probably there will be less vehicles out there, but with the autonomous driving capability, still those cars need to be assembled, but potentially they will be smaller, they will have lighter weight because of the energy efficiency. So also this business will change. The cars might only be booked if they are needed, so many people will not own an own car anymore. Here in Germany, some people have more than one car for themselves, so this is quite a crazy world. Maybe at some time driving for persons will not be allowed anymore, only for artificial intelligence for safety reasons. By doing so, you will get more vehicles per kilometer on the road, possible due to the lower possible distance, even at high speed. The car manufacturers might change completely. It might switch to companies in Africa, in China, in India, you never know. But what is clear on mobility is that the electronics and semiconductor market, this will boom because you have many cameras, sensors, computers in a car. So the car is not anymore a rolling engine. The car now has become a rolling computer. So to deal with all this, we have, for example, applications in terms of battery assembly. You can see here an indexing table, which is rotating around the vertical axis. And on top, you have 2 indexing tables, which are rotating around the horizontal axis. Those indexing tables we deliver completely to our customers as a tested package. It's a CR500 size, so it's a heavy-duty table. It's used for battery pack assembly in this case. What was important for the customer? It was the high reliability for 24/7 serial production in battery production for automotive industry. We were able to adapt our solution to have customized motors on our stages because many of our customers have the idea which motor is their standard and which motors they want to use, at least the brand, not completely the size. So we adjust our solution to this. And we were able to completely offer this multi-axis solution to our customer, including the complete setup, including the dial plates, the frames, including metrology prior to delivery. So the customer gets a really assembled, tested system, which he just can put on his machine, connect, and it will work how it's supposed to be. The next application example for automotive industry, which I brought, is a little bit higher accuracy. It's a PCB electronics inspection system, which we have built up here, as you can see, on a granite base. It's a modular solution, which we have developed for our customer to be able to adapt to different sizes, different strokes. Also, those steel columns, which you can see here, they are changeable in the height, they are adjustable in the height. So you can use this for an inline production. The PCB can move in between those 2 surfaces here. The PCB can move through the system, and then we can have the inspection done by our gantry system. What's a little bit special here is the parallel kinematics, which you see for the Z stage. So we have 2 horizontal stages, and they have a bearing, which is in a different angle. So if you move those stages relative to each other, the vertical stage will move up and down. If they move in parallel, the stage here will move horizontal. So what's the reason why we take the granite here? We need to have a very good straightness, a very good flatness, and a very good positioning accuracy here within the system. And the granite also gives us a thermal stability, which allows also a very good accuracy with some degrees of Celsius changing in temperature in the environment. So the next market I would like to talk about is medical and pharmaceutical industry. So as we all know, people are getting older and older, and also globally, we are getting more and more people. So more medical support will also need it over the time. This really is a sustainable need. which will increase over the years. The medical pharmaceutical industry is a very good, very targeted market for us. And you see in the graph on the right side, the predictions in terms of global population. So the customers will always be there, which is good news for this market. It's a very stable market. It's not going up and down like typical markets as machine tools or automotive or electronics. It's really a very strong and very stable market for us. So we decided some time ago to move also very strong into this market. What you can see here is an application of our linear transfer system. This linear transfer system is used to assemble those blood sugar pens, insulin pen systems. So you have many different stations integrated on this linear transfer system. We can integrate different types of strokes. So if you have a process which can do two things in one, you can have a longer stroke. If you need to do shorter strokes, we can also add those. We can also have manual stations here inside the system. So this is a very flexible system, always configured to the customer needs. And we can implement many stations on the system, as many stations as you need to assemble your end product for your customer. This application then is an example. I would like to share a video as well with you guys. Let me just see where we have it. I hope you can see the video. So you can see our linear motor pick and place in motion. It's a very fast pick and place. You can easily program it to stop on different positions. It's a horizontal and a vertical stroke. You see in the front a parallel kinematics, which allows to have a very lightweight as a dead weight moving part. In the back, for the bigger one, you see a serial kinematic. We have a vertical stage and then the horizontal stage, let's say, stacked on the vertical stage. You see also our linear transfer system moving here. You see a torque motor adding to this. So this application is used to produce medical disposable products. So the next market I would like to talk a little bit about is productivity, consumer goods. So the world globally, somebody has recorded the GDP in thousands of US dollars starting in the year 1300. And you can see that meanwhile we are in a very strong increasing part. So all the companies working in general, productivity, increase, consumer good, automation production, they will have good business according to this prediction for the next 100 years. So those are the typical WISE customers which we are serving globally around the world. One application example I brought to you today on this is the digital printing on tubes and on cans. So you can see here a machine which we deliver, like you can see on the picture. We have a big ground indexing table which does the indexing from one color to the next, to the drying station, stuff like that. And then we have those red rotary units here. Those rotary units carry then the tube. It will be rotated, and you have an inkjet head which is moving on the tube and doing the digital printing. In terms of size, you have to imagine the length here is around 4 meters. The width here is around 2.4 meters. So all this is a completely customized solution which we have developed for our customer, which allows them to print those tubes and cans in extreme dynamics. We have an indexing time from one position to the next position of 0.25 seconds. And the dwell time where the customer carries out the printing process is also 0.25 seconds. So the total cycle time is 0.5 seconds within this. So this one is an application example on the assembly of electronic cigarettes. It's a market which has developed during the last years very strongly. I also have a video on this. So you can see here a 3-axis system with a linear motor stage and then the 2-axis pick and place, which I described before. We integrated this completely for our customer with a cable chain to be easily integrated and used inside his machine with his different stations to do the motion, which you can see on the picture. So it's completely flexible. It's completely free programmable. You can go to any position. You can easily teach all the positions. So it's a very convenient to be used system for our customers. So the next market would be the laser cutting market. Laser cutting, laser welding is meanwhile used in many, many segments. We have applications in automotive industry to weld big body in white parts, but also in high-end industries. There are some market leaders which focus on the very big customers and leave some unhappy smaller customers. So we are focusing now on those. It's laser cutting, laser welding, laser marking, micro machining, which is a very strong and very upcoming market here for us. So this one is an application in a 3D printing machine. You can see the machine. So this is a 3-axis machine basically for the 3D printing. And the customer wanted to integrate a third and fourth axis in terms of a rotary axis into this machine. And what you can see on the left picture is the solution which we provided to them. Also here I have provided a small video. You can see one of our indexing tables. This one would be located outside the customer machine. The shaft then would go into the customer's machine. And then we have a direct drive torque motor table, which allows to go up to 350 RPM with a torque around 600 Newton meter inside this machine. So it's used for very high speed positioning and very high speed rotation in production of rotary parts in 3D printing. This is a very new technology of 3D printing where the laser is melting a stream of steel powder inside the machine. That's also the reason why you see those air tubes. So we have overpressure inside our indexing table to be able to provide the metallic dust to come inside the table. So what you can see here is one of our most complex customized solutions. This one is used to cut PCBs into single parts. So if you produce a PCB, you can have multiple sensors on the PCB. So it's a size of this roughly. And you have, I think there are 80 of those sensors. And the first step is cutting those square PCB in bars. And the second step is cutting the single sensors out of those bars. The sensor size is the size of the tip of a match. So, and our standard product here in front is used to load and unload those two parts of the machine. So what you can see on the picture is a complete part which the company Wise has provided to the customer to be integrated into his machine. Also, in addition, at the end, there was an indexing table to do inspection processes. And we integrated also our Bosch control system with our Wise software to work with this solution. Repeatability on this granite solution here is 6 micron at around 6 sigma. So the next market, and I have to speed up maybe a little bit. The next market is data, and you might ask, what is a mechanical solution provider doing with data? Well, they say data is the goal of the 21st century. The amount of data processed will increase exponentially, and it has, due to COVID, increased dramatically right now. Even we are using a lot of data while we are talking here. So all this is developing very fast. Data typically is communicated through copper wires, and this produces a lot of losses. So the next step will be the glass fiber communication, but to do this, the glass fiber cables have to be assembled. And for this, we have developed the 6-axis system, which you can see here on the picture. I will also show a video in a few seconds. So this actually is really a 6-axis motion system, X, Y, Z, and rotary around X, Y, and Z to be able to align those glass fibers in all degrees of freedom. The precision within the alignment determines the bandwidth of the transfer rate. So what you can see here are steps of 10 nanometer, which we are moving up and down with the system. So just to give you an impression of what can be done with those solutions. So those is an outlook into the Wise future. It's a joint development with one of our customers, which is using and testing the system right now. Just let me share the video, maybe to make it more clear for you. So you can see the system here in motion. You have an X and Y. In the back, you have a Z. The Z stage has a pneumatic weight balance, where the cylinder also has a pneumatic bearing to avoid any slip-slick effects. And then you have those 3 rotary stages around the vertical stage and around X and Z, which allows a motion. The big advantage here is that you see the center of the rotation of all three stages is this point here, which I'm pointing at. And this is for all three rotary stages the same. So we can move the center of rotation with X, Y, and Z to any position in space, and then can rotate around this point. So the last one I would like to talk about is logistics, consumer behavior, because also this has been changing a lot during the last 2 years, let's say. So people purchase more things online. My girlfriend, she purchases shoes and she doesn't get only one pair, she orders 6 pairs. She tries them, she looks at them, and then she keeps one, sends back 5. So the transportation is increasing dramatically during the last years. And to do this, we also have developed solutions with our customers together, with our torque motor stages together, to be very fast in parcel sorting, to allow highest speed with this. So I also have a video with this to give you an impression. The secret, of course, is the funnel, which is also very lightweight. You see that it's shaking a little bit. So it's very lightweight design to keep the inertia as small as possible, to keep the indexing table as small and as cheap as possible, to allow such a fast rotation in a commercially interesting way. So to allow this also in a cheap way to integrate those indexing tables or those rotary tables in those parcel sorting systems globally. So to come to the end, I have a selection of our customers for you to give you some impression. In electronics industry, you can see some names. In automotive industry, you can see some very well-known names. Consumer goods, we are providing to many globally customers, globally active customers. And also in aerospace, we have some applications. So this ends my presentation here. Thank you very much. And now it would be the time, if you have some questions, to ask the questions. I see there is nothing in the chat.
Hello, can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we don't really see much in the chat there, but I'm really impressed by the amazing example given by you. Your girlfriend picking up a number of shoes and sending them back to the company. I'm glad you didn't mention the name of the company. Okay, then. Well, all the best with her while she shops, and all the best with you while you're here at Automation Expo, making the best of this connect. Thank you so much, sir, for that amazing presentation. I'm sure the viewers had a lot to benefit. We've got quite a big number there who are viewing you, listening to all the key vital elements that you are highlighting. So thank you so much, gentlemen. It was an honor to have you here today. As you have already shared your email ID, I'm going to request all the attendees to quickly make a note of it, and feel free to connect with Mr. Franz over to his store. Right, sir?
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, all the best. Thank you, and we'll hold that to take with you, and we'll proceed with our next presentation for today. So our next presentation happens at 1:50. Thank you so much, sir. Yes, goodbye. Our next presentation is at 1:50. Looking forward to everyone joining us for our next presentation by Motion Plus, Cryo Motion Technology Limited.
It is something that we have not said properly.
While you are going to be making the best of this time, probably to gain some energy and have your lunch, that's if you're right here with us in India, or across the globe. Those of you who could still make the time, make sure you're going into all the halls, watching what an amazing presentation has been brought to you on a virtual platform. Go ahead, make the best of those 100+ exhibitors who are out there with their products and services. You can get in touch with them on the various stalls, share your contacts, get an idea about the deals, and we'll see you back here for tech presentations that will continue at 1:50. The topic would be motion first, and the presentation is brought to you by Trio Motion Technology Limited. Till then, thank you.